We stand up now?
We can now, yes.
Okay, well, I'm following all the safety rules. We got our whole crowd over here. We're all going to go on the island. Come on, let's go.
Yay.
This is fun. We're hitting dry land, and look right over here. Boy, you get a great shot of the condo up there. Ha! Welcome to White Island. We're on the tropical island, on White Island, and it looks tropical on the outside, but boy, when you get on this island and look what's on the inside, there's no doubt about it. This is an operating, functional oil island.
Absolutely it is, Huell. It's right now we have an awful lot of work going on. We have drilling that's taking place, well work that's taking place, maintenance. We have probably 50 or 60 employees out here working right now.
And this is owned and operated by a group called THUMS. And I have no idea what that means, but I have a feeling it's significant.
Now, the word where THUMS came from is an acronym for the original companies that formed the consortium and got the winning bid to construct and operate out here. And that stands for Texaco, Humble, formerly the predecessor to Exxon, Union, Mobil, and Shell, THUMS. And those companies currently have no ownership at all, but the current owner, Occidental Petroleum, elected to keep the name THUMS because it has such positive name recognition here in the city of Long Beach.
In the community. So everybody here in Long Beach knows when you say THUMS, they know what you're talking about.
That's right, Huell.
And Kurt told me earlier he thinks this thing can move.
And it can move, and that's the way that it was designed. You can see that there are railroad tracks that parallel the well cellars so that the rig is able to move along these railroad tracks and position itself over any well that it wants to so that it can do work.
Wait a minute, these are all wells down here?
Those are all wells. Each one of those represents a separate well. Some are producing wells in that they pump fluids up from the reservoir, and some of those wells are injectors.
How many wells are there on this?
On each island there's anywhere from 200 to 300 wells. And these are drilled about anywhere from a half a mile to a mile
down
under the surface, and they're drilled directionally so that they fan out almost like the legs of a spider.
So this would swing down here and hook into one of these wells, and the derrick would start working.
That's right. It would position itself precisely right over the top of one of these holes. It would drill a well that may be a mile deep. It would set casing on the outside to preserve it, and then it would begin producing oil from that reservoir.
Are y'all listening to all this? This is oil drilling 101 we're getting right here.
Yeah, but this is the nuts and bolts of what these islands are. There's the landscaping that's going on, but this is what they were built for, and this is what Joe Linish was respecting, recognizing, and trying to work with.
Yeah. As many wells as palm trees, correct? Right. As Kurt said.
Yeah, he said about up to 300 wells, and there are about 330 palm trees on each of the islands. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
And this gives us the opportunity to see these things up close. Do they have a name? What do you call these things?
They are just concrete sculptural forms that were designed to provide a screen from the outside for the oil island.
Well, the sound.
And the sound as well.
These are the sound screens.
That's right.
And they're screening out all the noise. Here we got some going right here.
Going, absolutely. And this is great because this is the view from the back, so you see the supports.
Wow. Boy, what was he thinking? Was this just supposed to be modern, or?
Oh, it was contemporary for the time, and as Kurt mentioned, the sculptural quality maybe could even reflect the water and the waves and the ocean, and you know, kind of bringing it back to the water and the notion of, you know, that asset as being one of Long Beach's most important resources.
Boy, this says it all right here. Look at this. This industrial oil situation right over here, right up next to these beautiful modern structures that were built to camouflage all this and to soften the sound. Boy, this, if a picture is worth a million words, this one says it all right here. The oil on one side and these beautiful structures on the other. Now it gets interesting. We are following this little pathway here, It winds around. There's the ocean straight ahead of us. And look what we have come upon here. The waterfall. This is like something you would see in a park.
Yes, in a theme park. It's certainly Disneyland, Magic Mountain, that kind of thing with a waterfall. It's absolutely like that. There is a theme park element to it. But look at how there's also a lot of thought that's put into the different materials. You've got the concrete, but then the background for the water is a very beautiful textured surface. So there was thought and attention put into the composition.
Why would he go to that much thought about what kind of back was going to be behind the waterfall? Nobody out here.
Well, probably because the reality is Herb and Joe were both, Herb was a sculptor and Joe was a designer, so designing the whole thing meant thinking through to the end. So they really thought through. They didn't just leave it as something that wasn't finished. This was the complete design.
All right, now we've found some fellas who've been working out here for how many years?
I've been here 8 years.
And what's it like working out here day to day?
Well, it's something different every day.
Do people in Long Beach, when you tell them where you work, do they know what you're talking about?
Not really. When I mention I work on the THUMS Islands, they say, we look over there and we see just a big condominium sitting there. Yeah, but they do not know it's a drilling rig.
So you have to explain it all
I have to explain it to them.
And does it make you kind of a celebrity that you're working out here? Nobody else gets out here.
They don't understand what's going on out here.
Yeah.
So,
well, nobody's ever seen this place.
That's right.
Is it different working on an island like this every day?
Well, you take a boat ride in, you take a boat ride back. It's a little bit different.
When you come out here, do you feel like you're getting away from all your problems on shore?
Not really.
You got to go home at night, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Give us a wave, fellas. They're hard-working oil guys out here on the island, on White Island, doing their job day in and day out. Well, we've had an absolutely wonderful day out here. This visit to these islands, which even people in Long Beach have never been to because it is not easily accessible to the public. We do not encourage the public just to come out here. It's a very special occasion to be able to set foot on these islands because these are working islands. But we have had an absolutely wonderful day. I think the original landscape architect, his name again?
Joseph Linish.
Would be very proud, wouldn't he?
I think he would,
Of
yes.
the way it's turned out?
Absolutely.
Well, we're proud too. The name of the islands are?
Island Grissom, Island White, Island Chaffee, and Island Freeman.
Named after our American astronauts. These 4 islands out here in the Long Beach Harbor, man-made islands, oil islands, that are very much a part of California's gold. What an adventure, and how much fun! And if you'd like to go on this oil island adventure again, share it with family or friends, or perhaps donate a copy to your local school or library. It's available on video cassette and on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.